Meet the Hadley family. Joe and Dave live near Birmingham with their 2 children, 13-year-old Nathan and 6-year-old Jaden. Meet the Cassidy family. Suzanne lives with her partner Mark in Kent with Suzanne's children, Luke, who's 11, 6-year-old Beau, and Keely, who's 5. The 2 women have agreed to swap homes, husbands and children to see what they can learn about themselves and each other. What happens when a true blue Tory is accused of lacking family values?
But you know what? How can you stand up for your local community when you can't stand up for what's right in your own house?
How do you react if your new family's been
The kids have made their own mind up.
Talk to the hand, the face, say, listening, I don't want to know.
What happens when you go to live with kids who don't take discipline seriously?
I said, is it funny? No. Right.
Joe Hadley is the owner of a successful hairdressers and florists.
Hello, love.
She has to juggle business with being a mum.
Thanks very much, then. When I had Jaden, I was back at work, all else really. In fact, no offence, I'd rather be here than home.
With Joe as the family breadwinner, husband Dave has given up work and is now a house husband.
It calls for cleaning, ironing, what a lady does normally around the house on her daily routine.
But Joe's not convinced that the workload is evenly split between them.
When I'm due to come home after working at the shop all day, I'm dreading it. And the reason being is because I know I've got more work to do. At tea time, nobody eats the same time. Nobody eats the same. You ask them what they want and they can't make up their mind. So I feel like it's actually... I'll do that one.
What Joe and Dave are equally passionate about is local politics.
I am the voice of the people. I believe in helping the community with what I do. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
They're standing as Tory candidates in the council elections.
You only get out of life as much as you're prepared to put into it. You gotta grasp it and go for it.
The Hadleys are just as ambitious for their children, and they're convinced that their sons will achieve great things.
That's it, come on, Did. Well done, son, well done. I've got a bet on, actually, that Jaden will play for England by the time he's 21.
As far as singing's concerned, he'll get up on that mic and he's a proper show person. It makes me smile to think he's got that much confidence as a 13-year-old.
While the Hadleys believe in traditional Tory values, they don't have strict rules for their children.
I actually give the kids a free rein to express their own opinions.
We're not interested in making rules and regulations upon the children. If they want something, 9 times out of 10 they have it. You know, we do tend to spoil them. And unfortunately, we've probably spoiled them too much.
We'll go to bed when we want, never get grounded, get things when I want. It's a great life.
No, come on, because you're making me late all the time, quarter to 9. If the kids play up, he'll still sit in the conservatory. And it bugs me to a point as where I want to strangle the kids and Dave.
Oh, blimey.
I'm unappreciated. They take me for granted. So, me going away, it'll probably make them sit up and thinking, Mum ain't a bad person after all.
Suzanne and her partner Mark might only have lived together for 9 months, but they work as a team.
It is important that Mark and I agree on discipline and back each other up, but Mark, I would say, is the more stricter of the two.
Suzanne and I have a punishment and reward system. They'll be sent to the naughty step.
Stop snivelling, and when you've decided to be nice, and you can come off, OK?
Besides the strict discipline, each child has to do a minimum of 5 chores a day.
My best wish was ever would to be no chores.
Look at the state of your bedroom. It's no use threatening a punishment and then not following it through. Sweets, flannel, makeup.
Not that!
Yeah?
Chuck that toys away. No!
Well, look at you. You need to start helping tidy up then.
But punishment isn't the only issue that Suzanne has strict rules about.
We don't have a TV in the lounge or the front room. We did there, otherwise that would be going in the bin and you'd be doing it again. Yes, sir, what can I get you? We set up 7 months ago a family business, a sandwich bar, and it is a family business in the true sense of the word. Mark and I work there. The children have to be there in the holidays, so they muck in.
But the children aren't as committed as Suzanne to the family business.
Want to wash them?
Yeah. Most of my friends tell me they just do what they want when I'm working, so I do have fun as well, but not as much as other people, but I wish I could, really.
Do you want to come and sit in your cubbyhole to eat your dinner? Yeah? I think kids are allowed to run riot nowadays. I think they run rings round me. If my kid does do something wrong, I will come down on them like a ton of bricks. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you talk.
It's the day of the swap and the 2 wives are preparing to leave.
I miss the noise. Because the boys, the fighting, the bickering and one thing and another, I will do.
I'm taking my whistle because when my kids were younger, I trained them with this. It just saved my voice and saved me shouting. I'd blow it, the kids would know to come.
I certainly won't miss picking their mess up. I'm telling you that now.
Can we go now?
Bye-bye.
The wives are leaving for 2 weeks and have agreed. Before they meet their new families, the wives have a chance to explore their new homes.
Oh, that TV is massive.
There's no TV. There's no TV, there's nothing. Why ain't there no TV?
But there seems to be an awful lot of ready meals. I think they eat a lot of fast food, an awful lot of fast food.
All their cupboards are nice and level, but our Jaden has kicked the ball that much that it's actually twisted some of the hinges. So I'm impressed with that for a start.
Oh, no. That is criminal.
For a kid's room, it's really, really tidy. Sometimes kids have got to play, ain't they? But I don't know whether these kids are frightened to move anything.
There isn't a lot of fruit and veg in the house. All there is PlayStations and computers and hi-fi systems and 1 book.
Each wife has written a manual as a guide to the running of their homes.
The boys don't do anything. They contribute to making a mess, but I'm against the boys doing anything in the house. That I disagree with completely.
This house runs on a system of punishment and rewards. When the children were little, I trained them to respond to a whistle. Whistle.
Today, Jordan had to apologise to me after calling their mother a bitch. I cannot believe a 6-year-old would say the word bitch.
I checked Luke's homework to make sure he has done it properly. I have been known to rip pages out of his book and make him start again. I wouldn't rip the pages out of a kid's book, that's totally demoralising him.
I don't think these people have any right to stand as political candidates for the Conservative Party. Fucking monster raving loony party would be more appropriate to them.
It's finally time for Joe and Suzanne to meet their new families.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hello there.
You must be
I'm
Dave.
Dave, yeah.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you.
Jaden and Nathan.
That's nice.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
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 This is Keith.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
In Birmingham, Suzanne gets on with cooking for her new family, but Dave's intent on making mischief.
You're just going to say it's going to be bad just to say it's bad, aren't you?
No, Martin. Horrible.
It's Joe's recipe.
No. Nathan, what do you think of this spaghetti bolognese? Don't like your mum's. Come and have a taste. You might like it, I don't.
All right, but it's not like my mum.
No, do something then.
Right, kids, you're going to have to wait for 5 minutes while I do your dad's egg.
In Kent, where the kids are strictly disciplined,
I'm not going to do your homework for you.
Joe?
Yes. Right, and ignore him, Joe, because he's getting obstinate. Right, the kids have been asked to tidy their room up.
but now it's Joe's turn to enforce the rules of her new house.
Crayons, toys, anything like that. If it's still on the floor and not where it's supposed to be, it gets put in a black bag and thrown away.
I can't fulfil her role as being mean to the kids as much as I know I should, but I can't do it. Marshmallows under the bed. Oh. God, I haven't seen this. But I know full well if I was the mother, I feel damn guilty over this as far as like throwing the toys away for the damn kids, and kids have got to play.
In Birmingham, Dave's refusal to touch Suzanne's cooking means that only Jaden will eat it.
Do you know what you've just done? If Nathan had said, yeah, I do like it, he'd have felt that he was being disloyal to you.
You wouldn't.
Would you? What? And I think even asking him now,
Nathan
when I'm
has said
trying to
it
have a
too.
conversation with you as an adult, I think it's bang out of order.
Well, you should be arguing in front of kids anyway.
No, well that's why I dropped it.
you are, aren't you?
That's why I dropped it.
You
That's why I
are.
dropped
No, you
it.
didn't. You're keeping on now.
No, I'm not.
You're keeping on now.
I'm
Once it starts, it starts. Well, do you mind, Suzanne, if I have my tea in peace now?
Not at all. You carry on. Go in the conservatory. That's where you normally eat it, isn't it?
And I wasn't very pleased with her attitude. And if she carries on that way, me and her are going to have some strong words.
With Joe's older son Lee over for dinner, Dave orders a takeaway rather than make the kids eat Suzanne's cooking.
See you in the morning.
The main difference is in this house, I think the children, all the roost and the adults almost toe the line. I've had to go in already once and tell the kids to lower the TV. But, hey, it's a bit of a nightmare.
It's day 2 of the swap and Suzanne's up early to go to work. After last night, Suzanne's starting to understand why Joe would rather be at work than at home.
It seems that Jo wants to be out of the house whenever she can, but I think that might be due to the lack of respect her kids probably had for her, the fact that she feels like she's a general dog's body, and perhaps if the house was a little bit of a nicer environment, the family would want to spend more time together.
Do you want me to tie your laces?
In Kent, everyone's up. Even though it's the kids' half-term holidays, they're still expected to help out at the shop.
Bo's already said he doesn't want to come. But everyone's coming down the shop whether they want to or not.
Instructions for dealing with the kids.
If they keep asking for certain stuff, then we use it as a bribe for the end of the day. So we say they can choose any drink or any chocolate bar if they've been good. So it's a little bribe.
And while Joe starts work, the only place for the kids to sit is in the car.
Work's no place for kids. In fact, in all fairness, one of the parents really needs to, if it's quiet like this, needs to go home and then on a phone call come back if it does get really busy. I'm in the good kids, actually. It's a shame.
In Birmingham, Dave's making a rare visit to the flower shop.
Hello. I've got to go and get me.
What game are you getting?
I've got to get my dad a new shirt.
What, for the PlayStation? Are you not staying to help now?
To help?
Yeah.
No things to do, places to go, people to see.
Oh.
So running the family business is left entirely to Suzanne.
There's a lot of stuff down here that the kids could muck in and help with that would maybe free Jo's time up even more so she can go and enjoy the time with the kids. If she got maybe a little bit more help, then she could do that.
After a day at the sandwich shop, the kids have to do chores at home before dinner.
Go wash your hands. Let's have a look. Have a look at those nails. Hurry up. Done your homework then?
Which one? Can I start my homework now?
Once you've helped with washing up.
Mark, I ain't got time for this.
What?
I haven't.
You're part of a family then?
All right, Mark, I'll make you a deal.
No, you won't make me a deal.
No, I will. I'll do all the washing up for tonight. I'll do this, and then when I come back from Anthony's, if I get a chance to go round, I'll do everything, yeah? But listen. Oh.
Mark ruled the table. In this household, you're there to be seen and not heard. Luke has got a lot of chores. You have the children to look after them. They shouldn't be looking after.
In Birmingham, Suzanne has no help from the kids because they're playing with their new computer game.
Well, I'll tell you what I was surprised at is you took Jaden today to buy a new game, but Nathan came out last night with a game that was still in the wrapper that they've had for a year that they hadn't even opened.
Personally, I wouldn't buy no more because they just don't look after him. But, he's saying that, I just spoiled him.
You just brought one today!
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Because he was playing me up.
So you've rewarded your child for being naughty?
No.
What have you done then?
Because I love him. And I'll spoil him.
When my eldest is being a right little, or when I lose my rag with him, I will tell him and I will shout at him and I will swear at him.
when you're a little bit older and those kids are a little bit older, you mark my words, they'll resent you.
Oh, I don't think they will.
Oh, they will.
I don't think they will.
They will.
My kids know their boundaries.
Next day in Kent, and it's another stint in the sandwich shop for the kids.
Help do the dishes, please. Otherwise I'll put Joe onto you and you won't want Joe screaming down it.
But Joe's had enough of the kids spending their half-term holiday in the car park.
Are you warm enough? Or is it cold? Actually does break your fucking heart. It's their holiday. And I'm doing fuck all. And it pisses me off to the extreme. Are they? Yeah?
Yeah!
Good, let's go bowling. We're going bowling, love. Because I'm bored. I've got to do something. Come on then, kids. Come on.
Yeah!
I'll be busy.
You'll be busier.
I don't think so. I can take it.
She's just got up and gone. Isn't how to run a business as far as I'm concerned, but, you know.
But taking the kids bowling isn't the only rule Joe's breaking. For once, the kids don't have to earn their sweets.
It just beggars belief to be on. He can kiss my arse, what he thinks at the end of the day.
In Birmingham, it's dinner time. And while Dave's out, he's told Suzanne to order yet another takeaway for the boys.
Chicken korma, rice and naan. The kids just eat junk, and more junk. What do you want, darling?
But Jayden wants second helpings.
I think I've got a bit left of mine. Fuck's sake. This is against everything I believe in and I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm upholding my end of the bargain. And Joe says, feed him. Food away from him and give him proper food. I am really angry at Dave and Joe for allowing their kids to live like this because it's not living, it's just existing.
Back in Kent, Joe wants to talk to Mark about her breaking the rules.
What do you think the reasons why I took him out for bowling?
Oh, no, I understand, and I think that's great. I've still got underlying reasons, which then I'll bring up at a different time.
What don't you say?
No.
Why don't you say?
Because
and let me
I'll
tell you the reason. Well, would you like me
comes,
to tell you the reasons?
When the time comes, no, I think it's great that you took them.
Right.
In some ways.
Them kids sat in that car, right, and it's their holiday. The kids have been as good as gold. They never bothered me once. He didn't want to say, but I won. I wasn't going to give up.
When Dave gets back, Suzanne's still angry about what Jayden eats.
The boy ain't going to play for England. The boy ain't going to make it to his teens. The boy's got a high chance of getting diabetes. And it just seems like that all the signals are there and nobody's looking at them. Now, I may have read the situation completely wrong.
Well, I know what you're saying. He does eat the wrong food, yeah. I agree.
But there doesn't seem to be any restriction from you.
It's very, very hard. I mean, I've got to be truthful. The way you're talking is as if you're Miss Perfect.
You don't think there's any...
To sort of have 2 platefuls, but he virtually had nothing all day as far as eating's concerned. So you can't deny him a meal. She's got no rights to criticise our eating habits. I really feel she thinks she's little Miss Goody Two-Shoes.
It's the day before rule change, and with Mark out of the house, Joe's breaking the rules again. She's doing the kids' chores for them.
Who's going to help me just show me where the washing's got to go?
Me.
Good.
I think Joe is more kinder than Mum. Yeah, and I think Joe...
After winning her argument with Mark last night, Joe's determined that the kids are going to have fun.
Personally, fuck him, because at the end of the day, I ain't going to sit fucking back and let that wanker, right, dictate to these kids anymore.
Mark's back and is quick to give the kids something useful to do.
Just run up to Lucas' room, put it in his table for me.
But Joe's fed up of the kids having to work around the house.
Well done.
The chores thing, you know, I don't think you've got to bribe kids to do chores.
They've still got to have a sense of responsibility, and if you don't have house rules, You've got chaos.
The first 2 days, you've got to do this.
Luke, you've got some homework to do because
That's
in the
right.
end...
You've got to do some homework.
Luke, you've got some homework to do.
Now, if I
Not
said
you've got to do
you
homework.
have
No,
got-
you're taking my English out of context.
I do think there's actually sometimes a bit of a fear factor with Luke and Keely and whatever, because they are frightened to kind of express it and actually hold back.
Do you think the kids are unhappy?
I think the kids have been a lot happier since it's like over this period of time that they haven't had so much to do, and on and on and on and on.
It's the last night before rule, but not everyone's having such a good time. But in the Cassidy house, the younger kids are sticking to their normal bedtime routine.
You ain't done no chores today, have you? Hey? You've done none today.
You've done all the chores.
I have, haven't I? I'm looking forward to my rule change. Yeah? Do you like it? There's some surprises.
With rule change coming, Mark's keen that Joe understands just how far they'll go to maintain discipline.
Well, we got to a state with Luke where he wouldn't do his homework, where his father came in and he went to me, I'm not going to change my mind. So, Suzanne and Brian went upstairs and stripped his bedroom from top to bottom, every single toy, everything material he'd been given. He said, I don't care about material things. I don't give a damn what you do. So they went, right, OK. There's your bed. There's your reading lamp. Good night. It only took a day for him to realise, but he didn't get everything back in a day. He got it back gradually, over a period of about 3 weeks. Since then, he realises that...
I don't cry very often. I'm really fucking hungry. You don't give children to take it away. You don't rip pages out of homework. You just don't tell them to demoralise children. It's cruel.
It's 11 o'clock and Suzanne wants Dave to take his 6-year-old son home to bed.
Go and tell your dad to take Jaden home now, because that's what he wants to do. Fuck everything else. Tell him, fuck this lot.
Shouldn't swear at me.
Sorry, I'm sorry, and I'm really sorry, but
That's
no,
not right.
but listen, I'm really sorry. I am really sorry, but I'm so worried that Jaden wants to go home. No, forget everything else. He wants to go home. So I'll take him
You
home.
made your point. OK, we'll go.
No, but Dave, I'll take him home if you want, and I'll wait for you at home.
I'll take it as my son.
In Kent, Joe's still upset about the way the Cassidy kids are treated.
Really cruel. I'll tell you what I could do just now. I could really go out there and punch his fucking face in. I could. Really good. So I'll best up here in a bit. I'm looking forward to real change day tomorrow. Because I'm going to turn the tables on him. And I'll tell you that now.
Do you know it's wrong to subject your child to that? Why do it? You know it's wrong to feed your child curry because you don't eat curry, but you do it. I think you know what's going wrong within this family.
I'm amazed, actually, at what you're saying, because, you know, our family's totally superb.
After tonight, I think the bloke's a total ignorant arsehole, and whereas rule change tomorrow, I was going to go in softly, I'm certainly not now. I'm going to go in bang hard.
Boundaries into the Hadley house. Dave will be banned from the conservatory and junk food will be a thing of the past.
I don't think anyone's told me what to do for a long time. I think I'm the person to do it.
Can't wait to see his face when he gets back.
In the Cassidy house, Joe's creating a playroom complete with games console and drum kit. The families are back and it's time for the wives to lay down their new rules.
This family has no discipline whatsoever, and my rules will be followed. And Dave, you need to help enforce my rules. There are 2 adults in this house. When Dave or I blow that whistle, we are given an order, and you kids will...
Chores. If I need you to help I will ask.
You children will do at least 5 chores every day. And if you do not comply, there's going to be a naughty step.
Bedtimes are going to be later, so the kids can play more.
I have this clock. It clearly shows wake-up times, bedtimes and tea times. I have set a timetable and it is going to be kept.
Jaden's big.
No, shush.
Babyish, man.
It's babyish and you're a child.
Come on then, let's go.
No,
Oh,
don't
sorry.
use the whistle.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, oh.
Sorry, boss.
If you don't take it seriously.
I'm taking.
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Oh my god. That is just excellent. Yeah.
PS2 and games.
My toy? Oh, my toy.
Luke's asked some friends over to play without needing to get Mark's permission.
Can't see the kids pushing and shoving each other over a mindless game. Flabbergasted.
He can't tackle me because he knows I'm right. But he's got no arguments.
Complete with spinach.
Well, I've never really tried it, to be truthful.
No.
Is it like cabbage?
What I do want you to do, Dave, is if you taste it and you don't like it, I want you to pretend you like it so it encourages the kids to eat it.
Under the new rules, the family should be eating together, but Dave's reluctant to join in.
I don't like it. Horrible. Boy, it's lovely.
Excuse me, kids, a minute.
Dad?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't like it.
Can you come in here? What did I ask you not to do if you didn't like it?
What?
I asked you, if you didn't like it, to keep your mouth shut so your kids carry on eating it. And then you went back in there and told him that with Jaden's eating it and he's like,
Jaden loves it.
probably the most healthiest. It's probably the most healthiest meal he's had.
9, 10.
4 hours into Joe's regime, and Mark's had enough.
If he's got a problem with me and my ruling, then I expect him to have the balls to come to me and tell me. But be damned if I'm going to bring the suck up to him and say, what's the matter? Because I ain't.
In Birmingham, Dave's taken Nathan round to a friend's house, but without consulting Suzanne.
Where's Nath?
He's going to get his short for PE tomorrow.
From?
Okay.
That's not what was agreed though, Dave.
Well, I'm sorry, he's got to have his short.
Then why didn't you take him to get him?
All right, we'll just drop him off.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be staying around his friends and
coming round, isn't he?
socialising.
He'll be back before
To
8:30.
see your friends, but you know he'll be back at 8:30.
I think you're being very, very about the televisions.
I don't care.
Really
The rules
being,
there.
You know.
I don't care. The rules there. I've made the rules and that's it. You let them watch whatever they want. They're up all hours of the day and night watching what they want. You don't even control it.
Well, if they want to watch it, what's wrong with it?
Because it's not age appropriate. It is not age
So
appropriate.
you're saying then that this family is the only family that doesn't watch television?
Oh, and now you're passing the buck. Oh, every other family's doing it, so I'm doing it. How responsible is that? Do you know what? You want to run for local council or whatever it is. You act like a politician trying to dodge the question. But do you know what? How can you stand up for your local community when you can't stand up for what's right in your own house? Out when you weren't supposed to. What were you doing going out? Where's your PE shorts?
Huh?
Where's your PE shorts?
I haven't got it.
Where's your stuff you needed for school? Where's your stuff you
I
needed
haven't
for
got
school?
PE today.
You haven't got PE tomorrow? Oh, what a surprise. Yet another lie, Dave. You completely and utterly defied me
Why
and
am I
broke
not
my
allowed
rules.
Callum's?
Because that's in the rules. The chances are Callum could have come round tomorrow night or Tuesday night, but now forget it. Forget it. For the rest of the week, he's not coming round.
We're not going to see him then?
No, you're not. And I hope you're going to back me up on that, Dave, or are you not?
Would I not talk to you?
Why? Because I'm right and you have got no answers for
because
me.
your attitude stinks.
Year-old kid, put by the 13-year-old and by the fucking dad.
Under the new rules, Jo wants to manage the sandwich shop alone, so she's left her new house husband a list of chores.
Patio windows, clean work surfaces.
But now that the children are excused from doing chores, the house is getting messy.
I don't know how Luke is supposed to get organised within that space. It's a result of the chaos that Joe's created.
Come on, you, there's work to be done. All that Valentine's stuff needs all sorting out and putting underneath the desk, but there's no point putting underneath the desk until the desk has been cleared out. It all needs a really, really good clean.
But after the row they had last night, Dave's in no mood to argue.
I'm frightened. I think I've met my match, I don't know.
Joe's home from work, and Mark's had all day to think about the new rules.
Last night I was pretty angry that you were taking what essentially is the good running of the house out of it completely.
What did you say?
I actually think you took the piss with some of your rules.
Because
I just read them as I was written, and that's all I could do.
Because you have. All I'm saying is, it's a bit more relaxed.
Suzanne might have got Dave under control and eating dinner, but Nathan can't resist being cheeky.
Button it. One more mouth.
It is though.
Is it funny? I said, is it funny?
No.
Right. He has no clear boundaries or borders. If Nathan was my child, he'd have had a slap by now.
Don't like a discipline. I think she's a bit crazy.
I think he's a very brave man because I feel like ripping his fucking head off when he comes in. Oh, hello. Where have you been? Where have you been?
Have me breakfast.
This morning.
I don't come up here at 9 o'clock.
Why are you
don't
shouting?
tell me
Why are you
what
shouting?
I've got to do. My
Yeah, I
wife
do.
doesn't do that,
I
so
do.
you're not going to do
That's what
it.
was in the rule changes, though.
No, it's
that
not.
you.
Not
that
to
was
be
what
up
was in
here
the
at
rule.
9
Yeah, it was.
o'clock. No, it's not.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not.
The argument
Why?
continues despite customers coming in to order flowers.
I've got to have my breakfast.
You're a grown man. Get up off your ass and do your own breakfast.
Breakfast? You didn't do anything.
Get up off your ass and
I've
do
done
your
it.
own breakfast.
I've done it.
Then you should have eaten it with the kids. What is this? Make me a cup of tea, Sue. You
Swear it.
can't.
Swear it again. Swear
You
it again.
cannot get up off your ass and make your own cup of tea and breakfast.
With people in the shop, that's excellent. That just goes to show, you know, how respectful you are with people in the shop.
Sorry, I thought you were raising your voice, Dave.
I think I was got a bloody screw loose, to be honest with you. It wasn't very pleasant for a customer to be in the shop at that time. Especially when she was swearing. Attitude, stinks.
In the Cassidy house, Mark's had enough of the lack of routine and is taking back control.
What time's your bedtime usually, Darren?
Usually.
7. Are you not going in there? You're going upstairs and you're going to bed.
But this is...
Chores for the kids are starting to creep back.
Can you put that where it belongs?
We can play Twister.
We can't play Twister because Daddy...
But in the Hadley house, Suzanne is still fighting to enforce her rules and is insisting that Jayden stick to his new bedtime.
Come on, we don't get things by crying.
Don't make my baby cry, please.
No, you've made your baby cry because you
No, I
knew the
haven't
rules.
made
You
my
have.
baby
You were
cry,
supposed to be
Clyde.
back at 7 o'clock so we
No,
could
no,
play.
excuse me.
And you didn't. Stay out of it, Nathan. Now, Nathan, downstairs. No, downstairs. Right, get on the step now. Sit down right where you are.
Yeah?
And don't move from there until you think about what you're doing.
Homework, and it's finally driven Mark to breaking point.
Have you done your homework, Luke? Go on, tell me no. Tell me you haven't done it. I've let the kids do what they want. Luke said he would get on with his homework. Now, if I hadn't have pulled him out upstairs at 8:30 at night and said, is your homework done? It still wouldn't be done. So, and I gave him the opportunity to do it when he wanted to do it. No, this isn't due respect. He hasn't respected his promise he'd do it, and he hasn't. That's not due respect.
Mark, I mean, I have been funny the way you spoke to him. I mean, you're a bully.
I'm still doing. I'm washing up in here while you're walking around doing nothing. Think about it. Think about what he's saying.
I wouldn't actually waffle on. You're a fucking bully. End of fucking story.
Back in Birmingham, Nathan's still on the naughty step.
Dave, when he's on the stairs, you shouldn't talk to him.
I'm talking to him, all right, I've got the right to talk to him.
But Dave, it's the rules.
I don't care whether to
No,
Suzanne.
but you were
There's
moaning
ways
last
and
week.
means
You
of
were moaning at
talking
me.
to people.
No, you were moaning at
I'm
me.
being very, very cruel and
I'm
very
not.
nasty.
What I'm being, which is what you lack and what you don't recognise, is a firm parent.
Talk to people like animals, you do.
Your children act like animals.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Nathan, just shut up.
No. Ebit that one.
Susan's attitude tonight was very, very aggressive, but nobody speaks to my children the way.
Next morning, Dave's decided to bring in a rule of his own, though he's too scared to confront Suzanne about it.
Me and my children do demand the respect that we deserve. And I think probably she may well have took the hint.
But Mark's decided to get around Joe's relaxed regime by getting Luke on his side.
But we can't have a laugh at a joke amongst chaos, because who can be happy amongst all that?
We can't, but amongst a few chores it's quite funny, but not mayhem.
No. And I think the more I look at these rules, the more I think that they were put in place just to corrupt it all.
Back at home, Mark's plan seems to be working.
But Moo, can you hang this up in the cupboard?
No.
It's a favour.
Whose coat is it? Is it your jacket?
No, I've got a favour for you. You're turning this family upside down, you know that. Luke! Luke, I've got a favour for you. Luke, can you put your
I wonder who said that.
please?
You're tearing this family upside down, you know that, don't you? No, that's not a child talking, that is actually him. Control.
It's the last night of the swap, and in Birmingham, Suzanne...
But Dave has backed me up a lot more.
Come on, put that ball away now. Put that ball away now, come on.
And as the kids get on with the chores, Suzanne's thinking about her own family.
With regards to my 11-year-old son, you know, I look at him and I think he's 2 years younger than Nathan, and I think that maybe I need to give him a little bit more credit in the respect of maybe giving him too much to do. So I may be coming down a little bit hard on him with his homework, so...
And Dave's finally eating Suzanne's spaghetti bolognese.
Sometimes,
That's
but like Jane
better.
drinks a lot.
That is a lot
What, better than Joe's?
No.
No, I meant...
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
Why has the kids' attitudes changed on the first day I come here?
What do you mean?
They've changed. Couldn't wait for the rule change, and all of a sudden, right, they've got things. So why is it they've changed? Attitude?
I've actually not sat and discussed it with them, and I think that's
Are you sure?
absolutely positive.
You have manipulated it. You were turned around there and more or less told them to say whatever.
I hadn't spoken to Luke.
Luke, I'm sorry, but you can say what you like. I know full well you have. You've done it. And I know you have. And that's the end of the discussion.
There you go. And the
And to
discussion
be honest,
is...
in all fairness, shit.
And I think the kids have made their own mind up.
Talk to the hand, the face, say, listening, I don't want to know. I have never known a man so manipulative in all my life. I thought that I may have needed more rules. That's the reason why I came and done this experience. However, I do feel, looking at this situation, there is far too many rules, and they're making the kids' life hell.
It's the...
Good for your mum when she gets back.
Isn't it, Luke?
No.
Good and all.
And you, chill out.
Bye.
Hiya, babes. Oh, I've so missed you. Thinking I've had a nightmare. What have you been like?
Yeah, it's legit.
Oh my God.
Before they go home, the couple...
Although I could see how good your kids were, they had no respect for me at all.
If I say to Nathan, will you do me a favour? Would you do this for me? Right? He will do it. He'll probably think about it for about 15 minutes. He won't snap there. And I wouldn't want my kids to move straight away like this.
Yeah, I
and do
like
it.
my kids
wouldn't,
move straight
because as far as I'm putting the fear of God at my children.
If you're tired at the end of the day, you plonk your kids in front of the TV.
It's not normally like that, Susan.
And if you don't plonk your kids in front of the TV, you feed them.
I don't feed them. If they want something, they go and get it.
This was Dave's argument all the way through. Why do your kids watch so much TV? Because other kids do. Why do your kids eat so much junk food? Because other kids do. Why? And it was always passing the buck and blame as opposed to actually...
Disrespect and cheeky, right? But if they don't agree with anything, quite right, if they don't agree with him, I expect them to say they don't agree with him.
Children should be children and adults should be adults, and in your house there was no... You know, Nathan was telling Dave what to do.
I'm not a great believer in I'm big, you're small, right? I'm right, you're wrong. I push mine.
Yeah.
Without the military approach, if you know what I mean. So, Mark, you are too strict in as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I still think the pushing approach works, and it's proved in his homework, it's proved in his schoolwork. I'm afraid we can't find rule changes or rules in your house that have helped.
Yeah, as I said earlier, the ones that obviously Susan has been most helpful with are the early bedtimes and the early rising, which
giving you a bit more time to yourself.
Because that is our biggest issue.
Mark didn't abide by my rules. He done it in a quite crafty way, to be honest with you, right? He kind of manipulated the kids. He played the kids against from me.
I did.
He did. He did.
You can't put words in kids' mouths. The kids absolutely made up their own minds.
Yeah.
And I might have made a couple of comments.
Mark, how can they make up the mind? Watch that man, Suzanne, watch him, I'm telling you. Because he's that crap.
And living quite a single, free life, to having 3 children, and the kids prefer his cooking, the kids like the way he plays with them. The kids do have a bit of fear about him, but it's not necessarily such a negative thing. I think Mark's done really well. I'll tell you one thing though, I have learnt from being away that I won't be quite so strict on Luke. Being at your house, I've learnt to be less regimental with my kids, so isn't everybody learnt something?
That's right, so we've actually learned something.
Hello, oh my home, my home. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, but it's like a big drum.
Obey my rules. Control, all I can say to this is control freaks.
Your bedroom is messy. Your bedroom needs to clean, otherwise I'm going to be up here with my black cat.
And she left me some of these.
What?
Crying.
Usher. Them can go. Right, what else?
Right, bedtime then. Past bedtime. Yeah, past your bedtime.
Friday night.
Oh, okay, maybe a bit.
Bitch. 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 And I feel so sorry for her.
No back chat, otherwise I'll confiscate it.
In the weeks since the swap, things have changed for both families.
Right, what homework have you got?
In the Cassidy house, Suzanne has changed her relationship with her son Luke.
When I got back, I thought that I was too hard on Luke. It's made me a little bit more relaxed with Luke's homework. Your handwriting's better there, babes.
Overall, Mum's loosened up on chores, homework, quite a lot of things, and I think it's really cool. She used to just shout at everyone, and it was really unfair. But now she's just a little bit kinder.
But a softer Suzanne isn't the only change in the house. Having a games...
It's used. It's creating arguments in its own self. And the kids, you can't even talk to them when they're playing on it.
Luke, come on, please, babe. They're welcome. What's your shortcut, Mum?
Since we got the PS2, we haven't been doing our dressing up and stuff.
And despite Joe's warning at the table meeting, Suzanne and Mark's relationship seems as strong as ever.
After living, obviously with Dave and in the Hadley household, I realised that Mark does do an awful lot, and he most definitely is the man that I want to marry.
Despite Joe's initial reaction to Suzanne's rule changes, there have been big changes in the Hadley house.
You're not always lateral thinking, and it's all...
Chores used to be an alien concept to the boys, but now they've no option but to help their mum.
We've introduced a point system.
The kids are enjoying
I
it.
can't wait to do something for me to earn a sticker.
If you don't do nothing, you don't get. So I've learnt that to respect my mum more.
But now it's not just Joe who's doing the discipline.
We're working as a team as far as the discipline's concerned with the kids now. So
And they don't play one of us
No, they
against
don't
each
play.
other.
Yeah, that's right. They don't play us against each other. So the positive sides of that have come out pretty well, really.
It's a lot harder for me to get my own way because my mum and dad work as a team together now, so still my team.
Go to bed a little bit earlier, which is nice. Gives me and Joanne the quality time that we obviously want.
And I don't feel as if I want to spend at work 24/7.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it more down here because I feel like we're working more of a team.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Bye.